Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Side. Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Radha Madhava सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय, नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद से अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गौ गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय, वृंदावन धाम की जय, नवद्वीप धाम की जय, स्वामी तो भक्तवृंद की जय, गंगा माई की जय, जमुना माई की जय, तुलसी देवी की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, स्वामी तो भक्तवृंद की जय। All glories to the assembled Lord. All glories to the assembled Lord.
Natural by ingredients and by flavor. Hi, my name is Saraya. Boy music, great, funny conversations. I mean, there's
Prabhu.
all the boxes.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, you are welcome to the platform.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Louder
I can hear
or
you.
it's okay? Yeah.
You are welcome. Now we can start the class. I put the verse on the screen.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you very much. I can start?
Yes, please.
Jayara Dhamma.
No, Prabhupada already sing that. Just chant
Okay.
the other ones.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskrityam Narayana Narottamam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Vitudaya Virayet Nasaba Paresu Bhadresu Nityam Bhagavatam Sivaya Bhagavatamas Loke Bhakti Bhakti Nastiki. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, One should first of all offer his respectful obeisances to the Supreme Person of God, Sri Narayan, and to Sri Narayan receives from most human being, and to Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and to Sri Abhyasa, the author. By daily attendance to the Srimad Bhagavatam and rendering service to the pure devotees, all that is troublesome to the heart is completely destroyed, and loving service of the Supreme Lord, whose praise with chances and songs is established as an irrevocable fact. Reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 5, text number 38. So repeat, I read the Sanskrit words from the screen. Iti muktim abhidadena mantra muktim anukritam yan yad yajanti jadna purusam samyam dasana punam iti muktim abhidadena mantra muktim amuktikam yanti yadna purusam samyada sanam kumam. What were translations? Synonyms. It does. Muktim, representation. Abhina, abhidanina, in sound. In sound. Mantra muktim, from representation of transcendental sound. Amutikam, the Lord who has no material form. Jayante, worship. Jadna, Vishnu. Purusam, the personality of Godhead. Saha, he alone. Samyak, perfectly. Dakshana, one who has seen. Pumam, persons. Translation by Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Thus, he is the actual seer who worship in the form of transcendental sound representation, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu, who has no material form. Purport. Our present senses are all made of material elements, and therefore they are imperfect in realizing the transcendental form of Lord Vishnu. Is therefore worshipped by sound representation via the transcendental method of chanting. Anything which is beyond the scope of experience by our imperfect senses can be realized fully by the sound representation. A person transmitting sound from a far distance place can be factually experienced. If this is materially possible, why not spiritually? This experience is not a vague, impersonal experience. It is actually an experience of the transcendental personality of Godhead, who possesses the pure form of eternity, bliss, and knowledge. In the Amarikosa Sanskrit dictionary, the word mukti carries import in threefold meanings, namely form and difficulty. Okay. Namely form and difficulty. Therefore, Amotikam is explained by Acharya Sri Viswanatha Chakravarti Thakura as meaning without difficulty. The transcendental form of eternal bliss and knowledge can be experienced by our original spiritual senses, which can be revived by chanting of the holy mantra or transcendental sound representation. Short sounds should be revived from the transparent agency of the bona fide spiritual master, and the chanting may be practiced by the direction of the spiritual master. That will gradually lead us nearer to the Lord. This method of worship is recommended in the Pantaratrika system, which is both recognized and authorized. The Pantaratrika system has the most authorized codes for transcendental devotional service. Without the help of short codes, one cannot approach the Lord, certainly not by dry philosophical speculation. The Pantaratrika system is both practical and suitable for the age of quarrel. The Pantaratrika is more important than the Vedanta for this modern age. Om Agana Trimendasya Jana Jana Salakaya Takshu Om Militam Yena Tasmae Sigave Namaha Sri Titanya Manobistam Tapitam Yena Bhutale Swaya Rupa Kadamaya Dantikam. Hey Krishna Kaduna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagat Pate Gopisa Gopikanta Radakantu Namasite Chapter Kantana Gorangira Davidavanusu Sute Devi Pamani Hari Priye Van Chakataru Bisaki Passion Gaivacha, except when you buy Sakyo Namunamaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Pistaya Bhutale, Simati Bhakti Tita Namini. Namaste Krishna Padaya Prabhupada Gurapati Namini. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Pistaya Bhutale, Simati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Guravani Prasarini. Nirvese Sasunyani Patrastarini. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasare Gurapatavenda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You are all welcome to this morning's Srimad Bhagavatam class. We are reading from the first canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 5, text number 39, entitled, can you bring the screen back? Entitled, text 39, entitled, okay. Entitled, Narada Muni speaking to Vyasadeva. So this morning text, we learn, the text says, thus is the actual seer who worships in the form of transcendental sound representation, the supreme person of Godhead, Vishnu, who has no material form. Lord Vishnu has no material form. His form is Sakshit Ananda Vigraha. His form is eternal, blissful, and knowledgeable. But we, our form, we are made of material elements. As the text says, the beginning of the text, we have imperfect senses, and because we have 4 defects. One is imperfect senses. Our senses are not perfect. 2, we can be illusion. We think I am this, I am that. And 3, we have propensity to cheat. And 4, we can make mistakes. These are our imperfections. And our material body is made of 8 elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. But the Lord's body is made of eternity, bliss, and knowledge. Sakshit Ananda Vigraha. This is our difference. So we can make mistakes. Here we cannot understand the Lord with all our senses because they are not perfect. So that's why we need this sound vibration. Krishna incarnates himself in this age of Kali at the sound at the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This sound vibration purify the mind, purify our existence so that we can be able to go back home, back to Godhead. In this process, we have 9 activities we perform to purify ourselves to go back home to the kingdom of God. And one of them is called Shravana, to hear. Anything in this world, the first thing is hearing. Even according to if you study cosmology in Canto 5, creation started first by sound. From sound, we get touch. From touch, form. From form, taste. And from taste, we get smell. That's subtle. When you come to gross, you get earth, water, fire, air, and ether. These are like when the body dies or the body disintegrates, the ether first go away from the body. The body may be lying there, you can see all that, but there is no more ether, no more breathing. After the ether left for some days, then the earth, the water, the fire, everything goes away. So sound is very important. According to creation, the first created being, Lord Brahma, why did he hear first? When he was born from the navel of Mahavishnu, he came out, he saw void, darkness. He entered through the stem again. He went down, he didn't see anything. He came back and he had a voice saying, Tapa, Tapa, Tapasya, sound. Lord Brahma heard this sound and he performed austerity. Before Krishna, he got the power to do the secondary creation. There are many instances in the scriptures. For example, Kamsa, the day his sister Devaki was married and he was going to escort Devaki to the husband's Vasudev's house, he had a prophecy from the sky saying, Kamsa, you are a fool. The 8th child of your wife, of your sister, is going to be the cause of your death. That was sound. When Kamsa heard this, since then Kamsa became, he was no more happy. He was always thinking of how to kill Krishna. Then again, before the battlefield of Kurukshetra, after Krishna, Lord Krishna have tried all means as a messenger of peace, and there was no peace. Before the battle of Kurukshetra, all the Pandavas, they sounded their conch shells. And what the meaning of conch shell? The sound of the conch shell, the sound. That sound simply represents victory. They all sounded their conch shell, and the Kauravas, they all became afraid just by hearing the sound of the conch shell of Lord Krishna, of Yudhishthira, Bhima, Nakula, Sahadeva, and Arjuna. It's another example. When a child is born, the first thing we want to hear when the child cries, that sound, everybody become happy. But when somebody dies, we cry. When the child is born, the child cries. But when the child, or when somebody is born, when somebody dies, we cry. So sound is very important in life. Just by Krishna's flute, when Krishna plays flutes in the middle of the night, all the gopis, they leave their husbands. They go to meet Lord Krishna. Even the cows, when they just heard the sound of Krishna's flutes, they stop eating. Sound is very important in in our everyday. Why people buy cell phone? You see everybody on earth, 99.9 people on earth, everybody has cell phone. Why? Because they want to hear. They want to hear the sound of a loved one. They want to hear message, what is going on. Why people use Zoom? All of you are sitting down. Some are in Nigeria, some are in Ghana, some are in America, some are in India here. Like I see Ganga Prasad Prabhu is in India, but he's hearing from Zoom. So it's the power of sound. So before I forgot, before saying these classes, I've given my obeisances to His Holiness, but Chaudhry Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Kavichanda Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodar Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Vasudev Swami Maharaj, and Srivas Vanachara Prabhu and Ganga Prasad Prabhu for being able to come into this morning class. So please, my obeisances to all of you. Thank you for coming. So we are talking about sound. Sound. In this age of Kali, Krishna came as sound, as the holy name. Just by hearing the holy name of the Lord will purify our existence. In this age, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Eva Kibalam. Kalo Nasteva, Kalo Nasti. In this age of Kali, there is no other way, only through the hearing the holy name of the Lord. Parikshit Maharaj, he became perfect just by hearing the pastimes of Krishna. Parikshit Maharaj was caused to die in 7 days' time because he committed an offense to a sage. He put a dead snake around the snake who was meditating, and his son, Stringi, caused Parikshit Maharaj to die in 7 days' time. But because he knows anything that happened to a devotee, the devotee always knows that Krishna's arrangement. He said, oh, this is my time. Krishna has planned this for me, that I have to go in this way. So he didn't retaliate. He didn't try to protect himself. He just went straight away to the river Ganga, where the sages of Namiswaran were gathered. He wanted to know about the sacrifice for this age. And he met Sahadeva Goswami giving class, about to give class, and he paid obeisances, and he started asking questions. He asked about 6 questions. The first question he asked, he said, what is the good, what is beneficial to humanity? What is good for all human beings, for all human in this age of Kali? What is the best thing? He said, oh, Sahadeva Goswami, what is the essence of all the scriptures? All the scriptures they have written, what is the essence? What the benefits? He said, why Krishna took birth in the womb of Vasudeva and Devaki. He said, tell us about all the incarnations of Lord Krishna. Tell us. Then he said, please tell us what is the duty of a man who is about to die. All of us today, the whole world is fearful because of coronavirus. We don't know when we are going to die. These were the questions Sukadeva, Parikshit Maharaj asked. For 7 days, he was just listening all the questions, and Sukadeva was ready to answer all the questions in perfection. This is sound, hearing. This is the first aspect in spiritual life, hearing. Like we are told here, we can hear this knowledge from divine media of the spiritual master. The spiritual master have to impact this knowledge onto us. That's why if you take initiation, the guru ask you how many principles you follow, 4 principles, how many rounds you chant. And when you graduate, you become like a Brahmin. Then the Guru pass the message to your ear. Sound vibration is very important in spiritual life. So in this age of Kali, we have to hear every day the Srimad Bhagavatam. By daily reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam and rendering service to the pure devotees, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed. And loving service to the Supreme Lord, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an enable fact. I tell you a story about this chanting of the holy name. In the 6th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, there was a personality called Ajamila. Ajamila was a Brahmana. He was born in a Brahmana family. He was trained at home to perform puja. One day, his father sent him to go out and fetch flowers for puja. When Ajamila went out, he has never been out. He was always inside the palace. But the day he went out, he saw in Kali Yuga, people become degraded. People take alcohol, womanize, eat meat. They break all the principles of religion. So Ajamila saw a prostitute and a man embracing each other early in the morning. He became absorbed in the thought of this activity. So when he went home, when they were doing the puja, all his mind was just concentrated on this activity. So he went again after the puja. Still, the woman was still standing there. So he employed the woman to his house. The woman was working, they are working. And he was married to a Brahmin lady. Due to lusty desire, he forgot about his wife. He engaged the prostitute. And by Krishna's mercy, he got 10 children with the prostitute. But he named the last son, he gave him the name Narayan. The 10th son, he named him Narayan. So being the last son, he's so attached to this son. Anytime he's eating, everything he's doing, he called Narayan. Not knowing he was chanting inattentively or unknowingly, he was chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna, of Lord Narayan. So at the time he was old, about to leave the body, so the Yamadutas, we have 2 agents who take the body, the Yamadutas and the Vishnudutas. The Yamadutas take the body of those people who are sinful, who break religious principles. In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 16, text number 23, Krishna says, Ya sastra vidim utesya, vantanti karma karata, nasasinima kuti, nasukam na paramkati. Those who discuss scriptural injunctions and act according to their own whims attain neither perfection, nor happiness, nor the supreme destination. So people who break religious principles, who don't follow religious principles, laid by the scriptures, given by the Guru, those people are eligible to go back to the hellish planets. So the Yamadutas, their duty is to take those people to Yamaraj for punishment. So the Yamadutas, because Ajamila, when he was married to the prostitute, he was not having a job to do. He didn't learn any occupation because he was a Brahmin. A Brahmana have qualities. The Brahmanas, they perform qualities that are transcendental. In Bhagavad Gita 1862, Sarmo Dharma Tapa Sucham Shanti Gyana Vigyanam Astikyam Brahma Karma Samma Bhajam. These are the qualities of Brahmanas. They are the Brahmanas live. They are peaceful, they are self-control, they are austerity, they perform truthfulness, tolerance, religiosity, wisdom. knowledge. These are the 8 qualities the Brahmanas possess. So these are the qualities Ajamila was having. But because now he's married to a prostitute, he has to take care of the children. He abandoned all these qualities. Ajamila started breaking religious principles. He started killing animals. He started gambling. He started taking intoxicants. He break all the Brahmanical principles just to satisfy the wife and the children. So at the time of death, the Yamadutas came to arrest him. But when the Yamadutas tied his hands and his legs, they wanted to take the soul. He was crying for his son. Narayan! See these people, they want to take me. Please come. Not knowing he was calling the name of Krishna. Immediately, Krishna here from the spiritual world, they say, oh, my devotee is in trouble. Go and see what is going on. So the 4 Yamadutas came. They were so brilliant. They have 400 forms with all the symbol of Narayan. They came and they asked the Yamadutas, stop. What are you doing? Do you know the principle of religion? Anybody who has chanted the holy name of Krishna or Narayan should not be disturbed. And there was a scuffle. The Yamaduta said, who are you? Where do you come from? Who gave you the audacity to stop us from doing our job? Since time immemorial, we have been arresting criminals. People are deviant of religious principle. We take them to Yamaraj. Who are you today to come and stop us? We will not leave. So there was a scuffle and argument, but later the Vishnudutas became victorious. That religious principles, anybody who chants the name of the Lord, of Lord Krishna or Lord Vishnu, is no more sinful. So the Yamadutas were ashamed. They went to Yamaraj. They said, Yamaraj, something wonderful happened today. Since we have been arresting criminals, people who are sinful, nobody has ever stopped us. But today, 4 nice-looking people came and stopped us from taking the life of Ajamila. And Yamaraj asked them, how do they look like? So they have 4 hands, they have blue color, they wear yellow dhotis. So they stopped, they said we should not take Ajamila, because Ajamila was chanting something. The Yamaraj said, what was they saying? So they were saying Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. So Yamaraj said, oh, please forgive me, I beg. It is my fault. I didn't train you nicely. I didn't tell you that these people, those people who call the name of Narayan, they are not under my jurisdiction. Those people you see with small heads, with small sikha, with chanting beads, with neck beads, with dhoti, carrying their hands with beads, chanting the holy name of the Lord. Never, 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 never you disturb them. Never arrest them. They are not people of this world again. They are transcendental. They are above the mode of material nature. They are above the mode of ignorance, passion, goodness. They are in the transcendental mode. They are called Brahma Bhuta Prashanatman, Naso Shanti, Naka Shanti, Samasa Vishabhuti Sumad Bhakti Labati Param. Devotees are in this level. They chant the holy name of God every day. So they are no more, the Yamadutas don't arrest them. Only the Vishnudutas will take you back home, back to God. That's why in this age, all the scriptures emphasize that the chanting of the holy name is the only way to go back home, back to Godhead. The gurus, I'm so happy. Today, my class, I'm only reading small of the text. I will end the second part of my class is a wake-up call. I want to wake up all the devotees in Africa, West Africa in particular, Nigeria, Ghana, why we should distribute books Prabhupada said, after he compiled or after he made ISKCON, he gave 4 principles how ISKCON should be run. First, he said, books are the basis. Books are the basis. Few days ago, somebody was giving class and devotees were asking. The devotee said, every house, people see the house, but they don't really under the foundation. You only see buildings, but you don't know how the foundation is holding the building. Without the foundation, the building will fall down. So in ISKCON, our foundation is books. Many devotees came to ISKCON, they read books. Prabhupada succeeded by carrying the order of his spiritual master to write books and distribute them. Kavichandra Maharaj is sweating every day to seek books in America, in Africa. But we are keeping the books in the store. We see small countries like Kenya. We see small countries, Mauritius, South Africa. They are sending their Sankirtan reports. Why not West Africa, the biggest country in the whole Africa, Nigeria? They have potential devotees, very talented devotees, dynamic devotees. What are they doing? We want to see your Sankirtan reports. We want to see the competition that is there before. Our days, we compete to do Sankirtan. But this is dying on. Why? So this is my second part of the class. So we are teaching about, the text says here, about, it speaks about Pantarithika, which means deity worship. You know, in bygone ages, we have 4 ages. Satya Yuga, people live for long years and they perform meditation. After Satya Yuga, we have Treta Yuga. People live for not too long, maybe 10,000 years. They perform Jagya, fire sacrifice. And after Treta Yuga, we have Dwapara Yuga. When Lord Krishna came, people do temple worship. And in Kali Yuga, we only chant. We do Harinam Sankirtan. But Prabhupada said, when we do just temple worship, we only preach philosophy without religion. Philosophy without religion is sentiment. And religion without philosophy is mental speculation. That's why we should combine temple worship and philosophy. So when we philosophize, we talk about Krishna, then we do the deity worship. When we do the deity worship, then we get faith that Krishna is a person. Krishna is, how do we, because we are person, we come from Krishna. So whatever we do, we need to do it for Krishna. If we eat, that means Krishna can also eat. If we talk, Krishna can also talk. If we walk, Krishna can also walk. If we dance, Krishna also dance. And all these activities, Krishna did them. When Krishna was in Vrindavan, he used to dance with the gopis. He used to steal butter. He eats, he do everything. So that's why when we do deity worship, we dress Krishna, we feed Krishna, we do everything for Krishna, so that we don't only speak philosophy, we practice, we put it in practice. See, that's why we do deity worship in the temple. All temples, Prabhupada established deity worship. They said before, when Prabhupada just came to America, they were just giving the beginning was preaching philosophy. Later, when the movement becomes strong, they introduced deity worship. So every temple, there must be deity worship. Everything goes systematically. So I would like to read my Sankirtan report. I started marathon on the 11th of December 2002 and 2020 this year. Because of the COVID-19, people were afraid to go out, but I managed to go out and distribute some books. So for the divine pleasure of their Lordship, Sahadeva Krishna, Radhi Shamasundra, Jagannath Palade Subhadra, Sikoranita, and Singha De Bhagavan, Sri Panta Tatua, and for the listening pleasure of our spiritual masters, His Divine Grace, La A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Bhakti Tita Swami Maharaj, Bhakti Tita Damodara Swami Maharaj, Bhakti Kavichandra Swami Maharaj, Bhakti Vasudev Swami Maharaj, and Bhakti Charukishan Swami Maharaj. I hereby announce my Sankirtan report from the 11th day of December 2020 to the 28th of December, yesterday. I distributed 520 small books, 45 million books, 11 Bhagavad Gitas. Total collection, total books distributed was 576 literatures. This is what I did for the Christmas marathon. So that I just want you to brief you that this is Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you. So now I want to enter in the second phase of my lectures, of my class. Lord Chaitanya Prabhu says in his Sastakam, he said, Sri Tudrapanam Majanan Mama Nupananui Panam Sriyat Kinkaram Chandrika Vitanivanam Ananda Bodhi Vadanam Pati Padam Papi Saidam Sriyat Panam Pada Vidya Se Krishna Sankichanam. Glories to this Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses all the heart of the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of constant life of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is a prime benediction for all humanity at large, because it spread the rays of the external moon. It is life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases understanding bliss. It enables us to fully taste the nectar for which our always anxious. So this Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for all humanity. I'll give you one story from my experience. I have helped a lot of devotees. There's a devotee whose life today is glorious. It's called Kushadas. Kushadas was a bhakta when I was in Ghana. And one day he was carrying, he used to go out with the cows. A good job. It's Vasia work because Lord Krishna also carry cows. So one day approached me, PAVITRA, you always go on Sankirtan, you come with good results. Can't you teach me how to do Sankirtan? I thought he was joking. But when I see his determination, I said, okay, let's go. One day I took him to Sankirtan and we went to the town and he distributed some books. He came back. He got the spirit. He started going on Sankirtan. And later, because of that piety, because of that blessings of distributing books, he went to Ivory Coast and he was initiated by Kavichandra Swami Maharaj, and he became a president. And from there, he was sent to Mayapur. He stayed in Mayapur for many years, distributing prasadam, doing harinam. Today, he opened this forum. He is the pioneer of this Zoom forum. This is the benefits of book distribution. Kush became somebody great today because he started distributing books to please His Holiness Kavichandra Swami Maharaj. This is the beauty of book distribution. Secondly, there's a great devotee in Ghana called Ghana Tachu. Ghana Tachu became powerful. Why? Because he involved himself in distributing Prabhupada books. At one time, Sahadeva was our hero in Sankirtan and in everything, dancing, preaching. So when Sahadeva went to America, we were like almost about to collapse Sankirtan or Harinam. Ghana Saxi was among our group. So I started encouraging him, please, Prabhu, preach. You have the both potentials. You are a good speaker. But he was saying, no, I'm not qualified. I said, do it. Do it. I was pushing him. And one day he started preaching. From there, he said, Prabhu, I want to join you to distribute books. That will satisfy my guru. I said, okay, let's go. We on Christmas marathon, we competed, me and him. We competed. Serious competition, but he defeated me. He defeated me, and we are promised that anybody who wins this competition will go to Mayapur. But we are not sent to Mayapur. We are not, and we didn't feel bad because the competition was so nice. It's a spiritual competition. From there, he started preaching in the radio station. Today, he has thousands of disciples in the whole world. This is the power of book distribution. The third person I can name is Kavi Kanapura Prabhu. Kavi Kanapura Prabhu we are staying in Apapa Temple in Lagos. And we used to do Harinam in Lagos. But when we are doing Harinam in Lagos, we just go few hours to come back. We'll come and sleep. So Prabhu said, PAVITRA Prabhu, why don't we go out? We travel in the whole Nigeria and distribute books in different temples. He said, you are dynamic. I want you to be with me. So I said, Prabhu, okay. We went to Bali. Bali gave us a car. We filled the car with books. We took some few bhaktas. We went to all the temples in Nigeria. We started from Benin, went to Warri, we went to Enugu, we went to Jos, Kaduna. All the temples in Nigeria, we went there. Anywhere we stay for 1 week, we do Harinam, the whole town, distribute a lot of books. From there, Kavi Kanapura became so enthused to distribute books. Immediately when we came back from the Harinam, he said, Prabhu, I'm not staying in Nigeria anymore. I'm going to India. I said, how are you going to India? He said, I will fast on this Ekadasi. Somebody will give me a ticket to go to. I was thinking he's joking. That Ekadasi, he fasted. The next morning, he went to one Indian man. The Indian man bought a ticket for him to go to India. He stayed in India for more than 5 years. The installation of the Pantatattva in India, Kavi Kanapura Prabhu was among. You see the power of book distribution? In those days, when I was in Mafoluku, we used to have competition. Every weekend, we compete to distribute books. But today, competition is dead in Africa. Why? Why the books, we don't distribute them? When we distribute these books, everything we need, we'll get. We will get land. We will get devotees. We will get everything. The preaching we are preaching is inside Prabhupada books. Prabhupada did the preaching in his books. Prabhupada said he doesn't die, he's living in his books. We should give out the books. The books are the basis of this movement. Books are the basis, preaching is the essence, purity is the force, and utility is the principle. We should distribute these books. Send your report, even if it is good 2 books, send the report to the Sankirtan so that people will know that preaching is going on in Africa. Kenya, they send their results. Mauritius, they send their results. South Africa, they send their reports. Why not Africa, West Africa? Why? When I was in Africa, I was sending my results. Today, people don't know that preaching is going on. In Kaduna, I see Devarishi is distributing prasadam. It's good. I see Jos, Salika Prabhu distributing prasadam, but nobody distributing books. Bhaktisiddhanta Swami's vision was that we should distribute books in schools, universities, colleges. When we distribute the books, the gurus become happy. They distribute the books. The books are the basis. A Sankirtan devotee, he has some qualities. When you become a Sankirtan devotee, though you know that preaching, you cannot preach in the temple. You become vibrant. You have to go out there. The books are the bomb. They are called time bomb. Prabhupada said, my books are time bomb. Anybody who reads books, even if it doesn't become a devotee in this lifetime, very soon, in the near future, become a devotee. People take prasadam just for the body. When they eat, people are hungry every day. Even if you keep on giving them food from January to December, they will eat. But the books, not everybody will take the books. Only few lucky ones, few pious people will take the books, and these people will become devotees. Prabhupada said, when you go to hunt, don't hunt for small animal. Hunt for like elephant or lion or rhinoceros. These big, if you kill these animals, you are glorious. If you don't kill them or they kill you, you also become glorious. So when you are doing Sankirtan, you are hunting for people who become devotees. Books. Prabhupada did all the preaching in the books. The books should go out. People are afraid to go out to distribute books. That is the best service you can do for Prabhupada. You can please Prabhupada, you can please Kavichandra Swami Maharaj, you can please Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Maharaj by distributing Prabhupada's books. We should distribute them. Don't keep them in the store. Go out. People are sitting in the temple president. They say, whatever great men do, common men follow. Whatever example they set, the whole world pursue. Even if you are the temple president, go out. Once in a while, go out and distribute books. Then the bhaktas will follow. We should distribute the books. Even this time of coronavirus, those who are fortunate to take these books and read them, they will be saved from this virus. Yes, the books are potent. Anybody who didn't do Sankirtan in this marathon month, anybody who didn't give out a book in this Sankirtan month, you are selfish. A devotee should be selfless. A devotee should be merciful. A devotee of Krishna should be friendly to all living entities. How can we become friendly to all living entities? By giving them knowledge of Krishna. Only the knowledge of Krishna can save the living entities. Without the knowledge of Krishna, people are doomed to go to hell. So we should give out Prabhupada's books. That will please all the gurus and all the spiritual masters, so that our lives will be perfect and go back home, back to Godhead. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu, for your nice class. Hare Krishna.
Does any comments?
Yes. Yeah, if anybody has question, kindly raise your hand and we shall call you to ask. I have one comment and one question for you, Prabhu.
Okay.
First is the comment. You give the story, our history in Sankirtan in Ghana.
Yes.
But you did not give the complete details. You took me to Sankirtan as first time as a bhakta. You abandoned me and run away. I did not sell one book. Yes, it was good. You said you abandoned me. I didn't know how to sell book. I came home 10 p.m. I went to Prabhu Shivas and complained. Shivas called you and you said, If you were with me, I wouldn't be able to sell one book. So I should find my way home. So from the book I distributed, I paid my transport fare to come home. It was also okay. It was all right. But I just want to let you know you abandoned me. It wasn't devotee care on Sankirtan.
Thank you, Prabhu. No, thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for a nice question, nice comments. Prabhu, you see, I know your qualities. You are dynamic. You are potent. You can do anything on your own. I know your qualities. That's why I was testing you. I just leave you so that I can do. If I stay with you, maybe you want to be looking at me, but I want not like you, like we see Arjun. Arjun, when he faced Bhishmadev, he don't have the powers because Bhishmadev has the blessings of his father that he can die at his own time. But because Krishna was there to direct him, Arjuna was able to kill Bhishmadev. Krishna has empowered you. I know your quality. You know business. Even by this Zoom, nobody give you this idea that today everybody on earth in this planet or Africa, we can hear lectures because of you. So I know your ability. That's why I just say, let me give you a chance so that I can learn how to distribute books on your own. I've taken you today, you get the benefit. They said, don't always teach somebody how to fish. Don't always be giving him, like, if I do something for you, I should teach you how to do something. So I was like trying to teach you how you can do it. Yeah. Okay, so that's the method I use. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, His Holiness Guru Maharaj Kapchandra Swami has a question. Guru Maharaj, please. Unmute. You see? I think he will come back.
Okay.
So we'll take another question from George Amega. Guru Maharaj is coming back.
Okay,
George Amega.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Prabhu, it's been a while. Yeah, Hare Krishna. Prabhu. Yeah. Pardon me. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for the wonderful lecture. Actually, I must attest to the fact that I'm the disciple of Jana Chafish Prabhu because of this book distribution. So I'm his disciple. So I would like to know, so these books, do we have to price these books? Because when I visited the temple to take some of these books, sometimes they've been calling prices. So some of us, we are grafted, we are not living in a temple. So we would like to use our own money to purchase, to go out and give it out. To me personally, I purchased this book with my money. I went out, or when I'm going to work, I have to keep something in my bag and give it out freely. So I would like to know, is it good for the temple presidents to be pricing these books? That's my question.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Nice questions. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. I admire you. You are the only person in Ghana who like to ask questions in any forum. I've been listening to the classes. You always like to ask nice questions. Thank you for your question. Thank you very much. You see, if you are doing Sankirtan, you are an instrument. It's Krishna who is doing Sankirtan, not you. You are just an instrument. Krishna is using you. You don't sell the books. Sankirtan is not book sales. You are giving mercy. So you ask for donation. We ask for donation. I have been doing Sankirtan I've done Sankirtan in Nigeria, I've done Sankirtan in Ghana, I've done Sankirtan in Togo, I've done Sankirtan in Burkina Faso, I've done Sankirtan in Malaysia, I've done Sankirtan in Singapore, I've done Sankirtan in India. So I have the techniques, many techniques, how to distribute books. We don't sell the books. You ask for donation if you want to do Sankirtan. First of all, you have to have the quality of mercy. You have to be merciful. You know that these people, they are not eager to get the book, but you have to use your talent. Like I have two techniques. One, if you see some, you grade the person. When you see a man who is nicely dressed, you praise him. Say, oh, master, you are very intelligent. You are very lucky. You are very rich. These books are for people like you. After glorifying him, he becomes mesmerized. Any price you ask him or anything you ask for donation, he will give you bigger because you have glorified him. You have tell him his qualities. He's happy. Tell him, oh, you are so important. You are so glorious. You are so neat. You are a rich man. These books are meant for you. Read it. It will help you. Then you say, how much? These books, we don't sell them. These are holy books. Just for printing sake. Whatever you give. In the store, maybe we'll sell it at 20 Ghana cedis. But if you give more than this for God, you know how much God will bless you. With smiling words, with appreciation, the person will feel big, happy. You give you even more than what you expect. These techniques are used. If you meet women, ladies, praise them. You are so beautiful. You are the most wonderful lady I've seen on earth.
Yeah.
You are glorious. This book will help you to get happiness in your marriage or in your business and everything.
Thank you.
You tell them all these good words. Then you say, we ask for donation. Today we are not selling just because of we want people to get these books. Just give donation. Then you say, how much? Well, normally we don't price, but whatever you feel that when you give it, God will bless you. Sometimes people give small. When somebody gives small, like now if you are selling the book, you will buy the book in Temple for 5 CDs, and somebody give you 10 CDs, or somebody give you like 1 CD. The first approach, don't deny it. Krishna normally come in different way to test you when you're on Sankirtan. If you are money conscious, then Krishna, you will fail. Anything come your way, the first person, take it, either big or small. Then the second approach, Krishna is the super soul in the heart. He knows. He will send somebody who can give you big to balance the equation. Somebody can give you small, somebody can give you big. Just depend on Krishna. Don't look for the money. The books are
Thank you, Prabhu. Guru Maharaj is back. Swami. Guru Maharaj, you have the mic.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Pavitra Prabhu, but I don't know.
Maharaj, first of all, I'd like to my obeisances to you, Maharaj.
You know, I paid for you to go to India as a reward for your book distribution. I don't know if you ever came back after that. You know, so you're not in, you know, you're setting the example that you distribute books and then you get out of there, you know, and you get a reward and you get your flight out. So why don't you come back and help the devotees get moving? Because
yes, Maharaj,
I've had, you know, all the years I've been there, I've given them books and then nobody just, even free, they don't want to do it, or the temple president charges the devotees way too much money for the books. And, you know, because it's not, like you said, it's not a business. It's a exchange of love, you know. We have to give people knowledge. I went with Utpala once to the university, and I guess it was Joss, and he had all the teachers from the religion department, and one of them asked, you know, do the Hare Krishnas have books like the Christians and the Muslims? And the guy next to him whispered, but I could hear, he said, Hare Krishna books are very expensive. You know? Devotees are thinking we have to sell them, I need money. But, you know, I've given books, we get them donated. Now we get them shipped for free and everything. But, you know, and some devotees are distributing, but somehow the scorekeeping has fallen down. I saw a report from Kumasi just today. They did their Harinam and they did 300 and some of those on chanting books and some other books, one Bhagavad Gita. So that's very encouraging. It goes together. But generally the people you're distributing the free prasadam to, they're just the Muslim beggars. So they're maybe not so much, probably can't even read, but we need to go to the universities and preach in the classroom and then give books to people and just take whatever donation they give and Krishna will help you. Other people will donate. And it's what we've been trying to do for years. I have experience of doing that in Lagos. I just said everybody can take a Bhagavad Gita and give whatever they can. And actually, some of them gave really good donations. Some of them gave, like you said, 10 naira or something. But some of them gave quite good. But, PAVITRA was all alone distributing books there and hardly getting any donations for a long time. It's not that easy to get, because the people that are nice, they don't have so much money. In Africa, it's not like India, it's the opposite. So we have to be merciful. Now, like a devotee he's going to donate 200,000 of those on-chanting pamphlets. We're getting it ready now. So it'll be a few months, but he got somebody to give the donations. He's making French and English. So, people want to help the book distribution, but devotees in Africa have to go out and meet people and give them the books. And we have to go to people that can read, people that, that are in the universities, especially the professors, even pastors that are, nice. It's really, it's nice that Pavitra is talking really good. Ganachuk Chus is the one, that's making devotees, and we don't have to go over the history of what a hard time he had to get where he is now. The opposition was not coming from outside. Outside people were honoring him because of his radio preaching. Now, there's a lot of new bhaktas that are coming from him and they're distributing books. But the scores are not, somebody has to get together gathering the scores. But Kumasi put theirs up on Facebook anyway. I think everybody's starting to do a little bit with their Food for Life. Food for Life is great. We've been waiting for years to get that started also. It's engaging a lot of people. It's making the Indians think we're something worthwhile, so it can support the temples so the devotees can distribute books. So thank you, everybody. But let's have, all the older devotees, Ganga, everybody, they all started out just distributing books all the time. Kavi Karnapur was expert and it was going really good in Lagos, but somehow Krishna kicked him out. So I hope he can get going again. COVID, was a setback, but it hasn't stopped a lot of devotees in different places. All right?
Thank you, Gurudev.
Get back, You've had enough studying and all that. Holiday in Malaysia, that's like heaven. Devotees have to preach in hell also. I know you did for so many years, but, so now you had your holiday in heaven where, it's quite easy to distribute books or to do anything in Malaysia. Okay, that's enough. But all of you, like the older devotees, younger, just start thinking how to do it. I know they're in West Africa, the university people, they're interested in us. All we have to do is say we want to give a class and we're going to give everybody a free book and you can donate if you want to. We have the books. More books are coming. We get books from Bombay. We get books from Delhi. Now we get them shipped into Lagos, at least with free, no customs, no problem. So, Krishna's trying to help us. There's a lot of books there in Lagos. And I guess in Ghana also. All right, everybody?
Yes.
Abhi, you got to start hustling, get people to work.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Gurudev.
Maharaj. Thank you,
All right.
Maharaj.
I have to go now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Our next question is from Sahadeva Prabhu. Sahadeva,
Get
please.
Sri Bhuvanath back.
Yes, Maharaj.
Bhuvanas is really good.
Yes, Maharaj is there.
Yeah, they don't want him to leave Vrindavan either. But he had trouble when he was in like, oh, he's too independent. Oh, he's too, you know. We need independent preachers, you know, that go out and do something. We don't need people that just stay home and sweep the floor because the temple president wants them to. We need preachers.
Sahadeva Prabhu, please. You have the mic.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Well, my humble obeisances to His Holiness Kavisandra Maharaj. And thank you for your ever encouraging words. We've been slacking. I hope we'll try to follow your advice and do more. PAVITRA Prabhu, thank you for such a fired up class this morning. And I am thinking that if the administrators of this platform could arrange with you so that maybe once in a month or whatever you give a seminar on book distribution, I think that might also help all of us. That's just a suggestion. And then another suggestion, I feel like the Jehovah's Witnesses, almost every single member of that faith, I'm not sure whether it's once a month or whatever, but at least someday every member has a quota that he or she goes out and then speaks to somebody about their faith. And I think ISKCON can also do something similar to that. That might also go a long way. My third question, actually, I'll say this is my first question. My first question is, since the world is slowly but steadily moving into e-books, electronic books, at the moment, we are not seriously in such a situation, but the way the world is, in the very near future, there may not be books in black and white. Books are going to be in electronic form.
Yeah.
So what is the plan when books turn into electronics and no more black and white? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Sahadeva Prabhu, my obeisances to you. You know, you are always my mentor. You know,
you are mine.
I get inspiration from you. You know, you teach me how to chant, how to play midang, how to dance. Even when you went to the US, we miss you, we cried. So always when I see the platform, I used to say, how can I preach in front of Sahadeva, who knows all the scriptures?
No.
You are better personified. So your question is, you know, maybe Prabhupada, before Prabhupada, his guru told him to print books. All these gadgets were all there. There was radio, television. In every circumstance, Krishna is giving us ideas on how to we can use them to serve him. Because the guru, the sadhu and sastras, they have said that the books are the basis. Everybody, even you today, you have your phone. But when you read the book, the message from the book, you get, because in the book, Prabhupada is there, Krishna is, all the holy name is there, and all the demigods, everything is there. It's like a package. But these gadgets like iPhone, iPad, TV, or phone, everything is there already. But the books have more potency. You can see if you give class, what they give you in the class, you read from the book. The book, for me, I don't see for other people. If I read from the laptop or from the phone, my eyes, I don't even see well, because the rays from it disturbs I prefer to read from the book. The book is more potential. The books these are the basis. This is what the gurus, the holy men, the gurus and the sastra, this is what they say. All these inventions, they come for a while, they all go, but the books will remain. Like before, before cell phone, people are using other means. But now we use telephones. Cell phone will soon pass away. Zoom is there now. Very soon we have about Zoom will pass away. But the books are always there. The Bhagavatam is always there. Everything is always there. That's why Vyasadeva felt unhappy because he didn't write the pastime of Krishna. He writes about Kamakanda. He writes about Gyan Kanda. He writes about mystic powers. But he was not happy because he didn't write about the pastimes of the Supreme Lord in the back as the Bhagavatam. So they said Bhagavatam is 5 things. Bhagavatam is thought light. When your room is dark in the night, you don't have light, you use your thought light to see. This is Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is the sun rays. When the sun come out, the whole world get light. So Bhagavatam is Krishna as the sun to give us knowledge on how to go back home to Godhead. Bhagavatam is the mature fruit of Vedic knowledge. Everything you want to know in life is in the Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is Mohini Mukti. Mohini Mukti, they deceive the demigods from taking the nectar and give it to the demons, and they give the nectar to the demons. So Bhagavatam will make you forget about material activities and concentrate on the spiritual activities. And Bhagavatam is Krishna incarnation for this age. So that's why the books, Bhagavatam, are very important. And when we distribute them to people read these books, then the world becomes peaceful and united. Only Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, all these holy books can unite the world, not OAU, UNO, all this, they cannot unite the world, only spiritual knowledge from the books. So we should distribute them. You have started before, you are a student or an academician, you know all these things. You are just asking me to verify or to test my brain, but you know everything. I know you, Sahadeva. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhu. I have one more question. Today, you are fired up class. A devotee who is born, who took his or her birth today, whose birthday is today that you gave this class, what will be his or her spiritual benefits?
What will be her spiritual benefits?
What will be the spiritual benefit of a devotee who is born today, whose birthday is today?
He will go back home, back to Godhead.
Okay.
Because today is like, it's between Christmas, Boxing Day, New Year. Christmas, Boxing Day have passed already. We are approaching New Year. And today is the 29th, almost 2 or 3 days more to New Year. So that person, I wish the person a happy long life, prosperity, and Krishna consciousness life. That person will be able to become like Vyasadeva, to write. Maybe you'll be a devotee who can write books more, who can become a Sankirtan devotee.
Thank you. Any other question, please raise your hand. In the absence of no question, close the class. Ganga Prasad, you have something to say? No hand is up. So we ask all devotees to kindly unmute yourselves and let's chant Hare Krishna to Prabhu for coming.
Okay, first, before I finish, I would like to say Happy New Year to everybody.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So we chant Hare Krishna to Prabhu for coming, please. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Before I finish,
Hare,
I'd like to say Happy New Year to everybody.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama.
Prabhu for coming, please. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare.